Sean Mendes there with When You're Gone. You're listening to the Arvo Flow. Time to now chat with the professional development coach and performer extraordinaire, Vince Fusco. Here's him talking about his personal background.
No, my background, Ellis, is in performance. So I've been a performer my whole life since I was about 3-4 years old. Started doing dancing, singing and acting all under the age of 10, before then competing nationally and internationally as a dancer at around the age of 10 to 13. I've been working professionally as an actor and a performance coach since I was 17, and that's taken me all over the world, Australia-wide, Europe, America. It's sensational. All before coming back and then continuing on with study. I started my studies in international marketing and then moved to media communications a little bit later on. Before then, again, heading off and touring the world as a performer and director. And that has also been taking me, all over the world as an award-winning director. We've won numerous awards both in the US and Australia-wide for a couple of the shows that I've directed in the last 5 to 6 years, including The Girl Who Jumped Off the Hollywood Sign, written and performed by Joanne Hartstone, and The Bachelorette, written and performed by Carla Matiazzo, another local performer here, just to name a couple. But more recently, I'm, like you said, a mindset and personal development coach, specialising in one-to-one and one-to-many high-performance teams and personal development mentoring.
We've got fantastic mentoring skills. I can say that from a personal note, obviously, particularly with the public speaking space, Vince. But let's focus on your professional business that you run, being the mentor coach that you are. So just quickly talk to us about that, the kinds of clients that you deal with and some of the success stories that you've seen with, the great range of clients that you've had come and sought after your services.
Absolutely, and you're right. It's a very big range from people just starting out or coming out of school looking to gain a little bit more self-confidence, all the way through to executives, in the highest corporate level, who are just looking for that public speaking or self-confidence or even just a redirection in their life. I work with a lot of people who are looking for more connection, more purpose in their life on that sort of deeper level and looking to gain clarity to live the life that they want to live. That's really what I help people do, to be, massively aligned, to take action, to then bring their vision into the reality. That's what I tend to do. So with that, for the last 15 years working one-to-one, some extraordinary success stories and seeing people overcome past traumas, past phobias, mental blocks, or even just limiting beliefs that they've been, trained or learnt over their life, that I see them break and then take this next step and really change their whole position in life, to really flip it around to where they want to be.
All right, before we get on to talking about your podcast, The Alchemy of Success, it's a fantastic podcast, some great guests that you've had on. I just want you to quickly take us back to some great times that you had 10 or so years ago where you had some involvement in High Five and some of the touring that they did in Southeast Asia. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, absolutely. You've done your research, haven't you? You've dug deep. High Five, about 10 years ago, it'd be more than 10 years now, I reckon, or just about, was asked to go on a secret audition for a TV show, not knowing at the time what it was. Turns out it was High Five, doing a new casting call to recast the team, and made it all the way through to the very end and down to myself and another couple of guys, only to miss out, by a whisker, but then very quickly to be named as a swing and a supporting cast member. So I managed to tour with them for a few years all around Southeast Asia. But beyond High Five as well, I've done children's entertainment and a lot of kids work with like ABC over the years, the Fairies, another locally produced South Australian brand and TV series here. Been with them for over 10 years. But no, I love working with people, Ellis. I love seeing people thrive and grow and develop. And that goes from, I've worked as a teacher, working with kids from kindergarten all the way through to senior students as well, and adults. So I just thrive on seeing people succeed. I love that.
You most certainly do. And before you go, we do need to talk about the Alchemy of Success. So tell us about some of the highlights you've had since you started this podcast. You're about a year or so in, I reckon. So you've gotten plenty of content out in 12 or so months, Vince. So talk to us about it.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got over 36 episodes now live on Spotify of The Alchemy of Success. It's just conversations to ignite, inspire, and engage people's passions. Understanding that success comes in so many different forms and it's such a personal journey. The conversations I've had with guests from all over the world from the hairdresser down the road through to Emmy-nominated and Emmy Award-winning comedy writers out of Hollywood. These conversations have offered such wonderful perspective and depth of knowledge of the journey that so many of us go through. And, looking forward to releasing new episodes for Series 2 a little bit later in June this month. We'll pick up the conversations again, but the alchemy of success, helping people understand how to find their own alchemy of success, because it's made up of lots of different things.
Excellent work, Vince Fusco. So good to get you on the Arvo Flow. We'll have to check in with you again sometime later down the track. Thanks for sparing some time for us today, and all the best with everything.
My pleasure, Ellis. Enjoy the rest of the afternoon.